wake up early in the morning. My brain is starting up at the time. I have no clue where I am and what I'm supposed to do. I get up and I'm regretting staying up late and texting my friend. I get in the shower, still practically brain dead from the long night. I let the warm water hit my head and almost in seconds I feel ready for the day. I finish my shower and go back to my room, get dressed. I get my headphones and my phone and put them in my pocket. I go downstairs and start to make my lunch. When I finish making my sandwich, my dad walks in, still tired and sleepy. I go to the pantry. I finish it and go to the bathroom to brush my teeth. I finish and call my dad and tell him I'm ready to go to school. We get in the car and start on the trip to school. While I'm talking to my dad, I decide to check Twitter. I open up my phone, and it says no service at the top right of the screen. I try to log into my phone, and when I finish typing in my password, my phone restarts. I told my dad and asked him to check his phone. The same thing happened. I tried to turn my phone back on, but the needs battery symbol came up. I had charged it last night, and I saw before my phone restarted I had 100%. The same thing happened to my dad's phone. I was weirded out, but decided to put it off as just a glitch, and maybe it would fix itself. We pulled into school. I hopped out of the car. I said goodbye to my dad and walked into school. All my friends were complaining about how their phones weren't working. School seems so much slower. Everyone is complaining and talking about it. The teachers are even talking about it. We all shrug it off eventually, and my teacher is going to show us a video. But guess what? It doesn't work. He eventually stops trying to fix it and gives us worksheets. Everyone is upset. I'm done with that class, and I head to the next one. The next class, we're just going over notes, and she says we're going to do a Kahoot. But the internet isn't working, and the phones aren't working. The rest of the day was as weird. I had to stay after school to get some work done. I went to text my dad to come pick me up, but remembered that the phones and internet weren't working. I waited, hoping he would realize I wasn't home. At 4:30, the activity buses went. I rode it home, and it turns out my dad had gone to the beach. I sat down and got my homework out and started. I finished right when it started to get dark. My sister had been bored all day because she was out of school at the moment. My mom got home about 7:30 and talked to us about the phone issue. Apparently a Korean hacker rooted into our cell towers and internet providers and shut them all down. The government was frantically trying to fix it, but said it would take a few days to reboot and upgrade the technology to a higher security system. I went to bed right after hearing that, and I was glad I was done with that day. This is all I can say now. I'm getting ready to start school. I'll update you when I get home. I had just gotten back from school the second day with no phone or internet. I'll start from when I woke up. I was tired, and just like the morning before, I took a shower, made my lunch, and got ready. I checked my phone to see if anything had happened, but still, nothing had changed. It was still on the needs battery symbol. Even though I had charged it all night, I felt like there was something more going on than the internet and phone signal. I decided to question it later. I needed to get to school. I had a quiz that day in my Microsoft class. I pushed through the first two boring classes, math and Spanish, and I got to my Microsoft class. I was thinking, how are we going to do this quiz? I got there, sat down, and tried to turn on my computer, just like everyone else. We turned it on. They all turned on to a looping video of someone with a mask, with a mustache, and weird lips saying,
"We are anonymous. We have taken out all internet, phone services, and technology. We are emitting a signal that disables all technology. We believe technology has ruined us. We will keep emitting this signal and it won't stop unless proven wrong. Thank you for listening, and have fun."
Everyone freaked out. We talked to our teachers, asked him if he was joking or playing a prank on us. He was just as astonished as we were. I, as well as most of the school, was freaked out. We continued class, but nothing was the same. When I got on the bus, everyone was talking about what was happening and about the message. I got home and ran to my sister. She hadn't seen the message. I turned on the TV. Everything was playing that message. It was scary. This is all I can say now. I'm gonna play some board games with my family and just wait to see what happens. If something else happens, I'll update right away. I'm back from school super early because when I drove to school, the administrator said it was closed and to go home.
There's no school today. Come back when the technology works again.
Things are turning apocalyptic. at least at the grocery store. We needed some food and went out to our local Harris Teeter to buy it. Right when we got there, I knew something was up. The lines were out the doors and all the way through the parking lot. We finally got inside and went to pick up turkey and milk. There was no turkey and there was only a few cartons of fat-free almond milk. We decided to get that and go. We waited in line for about 1 hour and we finally checked out. Right after, we get to our car. They close the doors because they're out of everything. People start to beat on the doors and scream to them. I have no idea why everyone was screaming and beating at the doors. Honestly, it scared me. We got home and told my mom and sister what had happened. They said they might know why. They turned on the TV and the weird person with the mask appeared again. He said,
Hello. We've had our first attack with the government, and we really didn't appreciate that. We'll be cutting out power tomorrow, so get all the food and snacks you can. You'll need them.
Then it kept looping. It was a very haunting voice. We turned off the TV and we were all worried. All I could think about was that voice. It sounded like the devil, combined with Morgan Freeman and Gilbert Gottfried. It was haunting. So far it's been a mess. My greatest fear is an apocalypse happening. It just scares me. Fighting for food and shelter, just like TV shows, I wouldn't be able to do that. Hopefully, it doesn't come to this. I hope it ends soon. I have to go. Dinner is ready. I'll get back on if anything else happens. This is the 4th day without internet, phone service, and power. It's just become a scary time to live in. We had to eat all the stuff in the fridge first because everything was melting. We had ice cream for breakfast. All the microwave meals were thrown out. The food situation is very crazy. We've started a garden in the back, just in case this goes on for a long time. We went over to our neighbor's house.
Well, howdy, neighbors.
They were trying to start up a generator, and it wasn't going. My dad had a bunch of gasoline stored under the house, just in case we needed some, so he helped them. We got some generators going to keep our fridge and microwave working. If only we had thought of this before we trashed the microwave meals. We had been going on walks and playing a lot of board games. It's just been getting boring. I really hate having no power. My cats don't even care. They don't care about power or technology at all. I wish I were like them, just sit around and sleep all day. We decided to plug in our TV again to see if anything had happened. The TV turned on and the man with the mask was on again. In a spine-chilling voice, he said,
Hello. Those smart enough to use a generator, we are proud of you for adapting, but our cause is not fully complete. Your generators won't work forever. You'll run out of gasoline sometime. Like we said, a technology-free environment. Have fun.
That message looped over and over. I unplugged it right after the 3rd loop. I can't even believe this is happening. I wish I could just fall asleep until this was over. I'm bored, but scared. I have to go now. Day 5. I'm so scared. Everyone has gone crazy trying to get food and gasoline for generators. We have enough for us and our neighbor, but apparently someone else overheard and told the rest of the neighborhood. Everyone was going crazy trying to get the gasoline. A few people came and asked nicely, but we had to turn them down. It was going crazy. Everyone was freaking out. We had to defend it. We had to push people away. It was getting scary. We explained we'd be happy to share our house and food, but we were keeping the gasoline. We took in a few children and mothers who were struggling, and the crowd left us alone. Everything was crazy. On the 5th day of no power, people were already acting crazy. My greatest fear had happened. It was an apocalypse. The women and children that were hungry were actually some friends of mine and my sister. One was Kayla from my Microsoft class at school, and a few of my sister's friends. All of her food had melted and spoiled. She hadn't eaten for a day and a half. We gave her a sandwich, and she thanked us. Everyone was talking about what was going to happen next. Everything was confusing. We didn't understand, and we all just wanted it to stop. All of a sudden, the lights turned on. We turned the TV on, and the man came up saying,
We've been proved wrong. We are sorry for all the trouble we have caused, and our research is done. Thank you for participating.
Everyone was happy, and everything went back to normal. So this is my last entry. I will post this on YouTube, and hopefully everyone else will tell me their experiences as well.